on tight. There will always come a time you probably thought I lost my mind. A dreamer search for something true. What to do? There's miles and miles to go tonight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight.
As the host of a popular home improvement show, I know a lot about finding a great contractor for home repairs and improvement projects.
Now there's HomeAdvisor.com, a free service that matches your project to top local service professionals.
We didn't have to do any work other than say what we needed.
Just 1, 2, 3, I found my guy and everything was smooth.
And it's always free to use.
We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com now to get started on your next project.
Home Advisor.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 71. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening, then becoming cloudy after midnight. Low 61. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly cloudy. High 78. Winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I've shoveled about 5 times.
I hate the cold.
Oh, we get it. You are done with winter. The problem is, winter isn't done with us yet. Those big snow piles in the Northeast are about to get a whole lot bigger.
A brand new winter storm, Marcus, is shaping up to be a long-duration snowmaker with some tremendous snowfall totals possible. Boston, get ready. You're looking at the possibility of another 15 inches of snow. This will be the 4th storm to hit Boston in just 2 weeks.
I'm meteorologist Mike Seidel. We are in Boston for the long haul. I'll be joined by Jim Cantori, first of the week. A lot of snow on the way. We've got it all covered for you with Dr. Greg Postel coming up right now on Weather Center Live.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Bonnie Schneider.
And I'm Kelly Cass. Another weekend, another storm to track.
Yeah.
Winter Storm Marcus is going to be a long-duration snow event. Right now, nearly 20 million people from the eastern Great Lakes to Maine are under alerts, and you can see the winter storm watches covering most of New York State, with the exception being New York City, over towards Hartford, and yes, Boston, get ready for more snow.
And speaking of Hartford, we want to take a live look outside. Ooh, it looks a little more overcast for sure. Courtesy of our affiliate WVIT, you are looking at possibly another foot of snow, and that's on top of the over 34 inches that you've already seen so far.
And yeah, we're talking about an above average season for much of New England, as a matter of fact. So where are we going to put out the snow? And I know, you just need a break right about now.
Well, you're not going to get it.
No.
All right, as we mentioned, Marcus will be the 4th winter storm to hit Boston in just 2 weeks. So who did we send there? Mike Seidel, of course. He's waiting for the snow in downtown Boston. So, Mike, it looks a little bit wet out there, but no snow yet, huh?
No snow. It's cloudy. It's clouded up through the morning hours. We had a little bit of sun at sunrise. Temperature not bad. Hey, all things considered, yesterday morning was bitter cold, near 0, 26 right now. Wind chills are in the mid-teens. By the way, heads up, late next week, it is going to get cold in the Northeast. Could have some record-setting cold. Before we get there, we've got to get through another storm. This one's called Marcus, and it's going to spread a lot of snow along I-90 from Buffalo and Syracuse and Rochester, Albany, all the way into Boston. and that means there's going to be issues. But it does fall over 2.5 days. That's going to cut down on the immediacy of getting 3 inches an hour, and that just shut things down. But schools have been impacted. We're talking about 6 school days have been lost due to snow. They're got to consider if schools are closed Monday and Tuesday and down the road, what happens? Do they cancel part of spring break, other holidays? They're already scheduled to go as late as June 29th here in the city of Boston. Let's check that forecast right now. Again, warmer air is going to come up through the Cape and the islands into the south coast and south shore. So as you head down towards Plymouth, down towards Hyannis, and certainly in Nantucket, out towards Chatham, the snowfall totals will be much less. Up here in Boston right now, we're thinking about a foot or so. And again, that gets underway tonight as the winter storm watch kicks in late tonight through late Monday night. So a whole myriad of issues. The silver lining here, Kelly, is it's not going to just dump heavy snow like it did with Juno and like last week. It's going to come over a long period of time, and that should really help the snow removal. And Kelly, we're still seeing trucks coming by all morning taking snow out to the snow farm down in the Seaport District.
The snow farm. I love that. Like the happy farm. I think people need a happy farm right about now, Mike. Thank you so much. I mean, that is good news that we're going to be able to keep up with those snowfall rates, but the bad news is it's going to seem like it's snowing forever when you get such a long duration winter storm event. So Marcus, we've got quite the impacts here from the Great Lakes to the Northeast. We're already buried in snow up to 2 or 3 feet thick in some areas of New England, 8 to 12 inches on the ground in parts of Michigan, northern Wisconsin, and in some areas, we're actually going to have more of a wintry mix. So some of that freezing rain and sleet to worry about. For now, it's all snow for the most part here. Arrowhead of Minnesota, moving through the western UP of Michigan. That is snow coming down across the Hudson River Valley. New York City getting some of that snow. Hartford as well, even into the Berkshires. Now, the good news is we're getting another healthy dose of snow for some of the ski resorts out there. Gore and Whiteface getting some fresh snow. You can see that snow moving across Ontario. Then we head on over to North Dakota, Minnesota. You can see most of the light snow is north of the border, but at times we will see that snow picking up in intensity across the Arrowhead. In fact, here's the storm really taking shape on water vapor. You can see that spin in the atmosphere that shows us the moisture. That's going to be working its way toward the east. We've got our jet stream in play as well. Stationary front draped across this region as well. So here comes this storm system. It's basically going to follow the path of the jet stream and kind of dig in. This trough is really going to kind of intensify as we head towards Sunday into Tuesday. We're going to have wind issues out there as well, especially across New England. Here comes your snow down the New York State Thruway tonight. Syracuse on over towards Schenectady and Albany, down towards Poughkeepsie. You get south of Putnam County, though, New York City, more on the line tomorrow night into Monday morning. So that's why we're concerned about some freezing rain and sleet right along the I-95 corridor, southern Connecticut, around New Haven and on over towards Boston. Very close call for you, but right now we're thinking more that wintry mix for Cape Cod, Boston. We're thinking all snow for you. Lucky you, right? Here's a look at your forecast for New York. Light snow today, today, and then 39 degrees tomorrow with the clouds, and then wintry mix for Monday morning. That is terrible news for your commute. We've been through this before, right? And then as we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday, the sun comes back out, the birds start chirping again. And Bonnie, let's talk some warm temperatures for a change.
That sounds great. You know, the Northeast certainly dealing with snow and frigid temperatures, but that's not the case in many places that will feel like spring today. Let's go ahead and show you Denver, Dallas, Atlanta. You're going to see temperatures that are well above normal, and Atlanta will stay in the 60s today and tomorrow. It's been a while. I think a lot of people out here will like it. Denver, you actually hit a high that shattered a record yesterday into the area, 70 degrees. So looking good. What about today? I think you'll see more of the same, and it'll last through the weekend into Denver. Starting off early today, we're looking at temperatures getting closer and closer to the 50-degree mark. It's already in the mid-50s in parts of western Kansas. But what's ahead? Let's take a look. Our pattern shows us that we have this big ridge of high pressure, and it's allowing a lot of warm air to come up from the west. It's making for very nice conditions. You certainly feel the warmth into Arizona, Oklahoma, and Texas. But as we go into the weekend, you will feel it into Arkansas, into northern Louisiana, and even into Tennessee, into some areas of Alabama. So it'll get milder. Just stick around in the south. Temperatures are soaring about 15 to 30 degrees above normal for Amarillo. Wow, that is warm. You're going to be close to near 80 as we go towards tomorrow. Well, stay with us while we're looking at warm weather here. We're going to talk about winter.
This program brought to you by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive
have the flu with a runny nose. Better take something.
Theraflu Severe Cold won't treat your runny nose.
Really?
Alka-Seltzer Severe Cold and Flu relieves your worst flu symptoms plus runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Mommy!
These are our cats, Wolf and Bear. The cat hair is so constant, it's like it's growing out of the floor.
It drives me crazy.
Can we do something about this? Whoa.
It's a Swiffer sweeper. It's working like a magnet. Ooh.
Shed all you like, Wolf.
The future of the market is never clear, but at T. Rowe Price, we can help guide your retirement savings. Our experience is one reason 100% of our retirement funds beat their 10-year Lipper averages. So wherever your long-term goals take you, we can help you feel confident. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Hi, you've reached Emma. I'm out of the office right now, but we'll get back to you just as soon as I possibly can. Your call is important to me.
Join Princess Cruises for exclusive Discovery at Sea experiences. Enjoy cruises from $4.99 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
This weekend, Winter Storm Marcus brings yet another round of snow and cold to millions. Monday morning will be a mess. Get the weather story Monday on Wake Up with Alan AMHQ.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. High 71. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening with more clouds for overnight. Low 61. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy. High 78. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Watch Jim Cantore, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, weekday mornings at 7.
Good morning to you in Portland, Maine. You've got temperatures in the mid-20s right now, but you started off your day with 11 degrees this morning. You are likely to stay in the 20s all day long, and that is that cold air that's going to set the stage for yet more snow coming on through. It's already way above average for the season, way up over 50 inches. Now, the snow from Winter Storm Marcus will stretch all the way into Maine from the Great Lakes. So what is the best outerwear you need to combat the cold and the next snowstorm? Keith Carson live at LL Bean headquarters in Freeport, Maine, just having a great old time out there today, aren't you, Keith?
I'm having fun, and I haven't hurt myself yet, which is always something. The last one we had a chance. Back here with Adrian, he's been helping us out all morning. We appreciate that, first and foremost. Let's talk about different layers, because we've done the outerwear. What do you want to start with? You want something kind of thin, right? Absolutely. So we're going to start with a next-to-skin layer. So basically, we have 2 versions here of a similar product. So you've got a synthetic and a wool here. So this is our Power Dry base layer. We offer it in a couple different weights. You can get it for top and bottom and a couple of different styles. Okay. So this is going to help kind of get that moisture off your skin. If you're working hard, that's going to push it to the outside of the garment onto the next one. And this one is a wool. And you said you just like this feel of this a little bit better. Absolutely. It doesn't itch. It's super soft. You know, a lot of people think that wool has to itch, and this does not at all. Mostly, yeah, the wool I have itches, but also check that out. And then you're going to go, a lot of people, this looks like another jacket, but you're putting that on top of your other base layer. That's right. So you'd go over your next base layer. This is a microgrid fleece. It's got a couple different thicknesses of that material, so that it allows for better
better stretch, better comfort. It's really going to help continue to wick that moisture away and push it to the next layer.
And I noticed all these products are big on letting the old pits vent.
That's
here.
exactly right.
Let a little heat and moisture out.
If you're running hot, that's what you got to have.
Yeah, that's good. All right, and then the vest here, and I wouldn't think to wear a vest, I guess, under everything, but it keeps your core warm.
That's absolutely right. So keeping the core warm is going to help keep your extremities warm. So this is a vest with a synthetic fill, kind of provides you with that loft, keeps your core warm, and if you start running hot when you're wearing this, you can pack this thing up into its own pocket, packs down next to nothing.
It's nice and small. Okay, we don't have time for this last one, but first I have to get. Can we get Kelly back in the shot here? Because I'm going to make her do something. Kelly, all right, get a close up on Adrian's face here for a second. How old do you think he is? Because my head just exploded. Just take a shot at it.
Oh, he's definitely above the drinking age, I'd say.
Okay, but so you're going to put him, what, late 20s-ish?
Yeah, somewhere in the 20s, I think.
Okay. 37.
Really?
He's 37 years old. Yeah, I just lost a little bit of head when that happened. People always say I look young. I'm like, 37? So we're going to talk about anti-aging cream in the next segment.
Oh, right. I definitely want to hear that one for sure. All right, Keith, thanks so much. That is pretty impressive. Almost as impressive as that huge snow pile behind you guys. All right, thanks so much, Keith. We'll be checking back with you. And Bonnie, we're going to talk about some travel issues with this next storm because already we've had problems just yesterday.
Oh, absolutely. More snow on the heels of yesterday's storm in New York State. There was a huge crash on I-81. That's in upstate New York. The pileup you're looking at, that happened between Sandy Creek and Ellisburg. Crews are still removing some 30 mangled cars and semis. What a mess there. And more snow may impact travel in the same place as we go into the weekend. Check this out. You can see light to moderate snow into Rochester and Syracuse. We've seen that intermittent throughout much of the morning. But keep in mind, this storm will ramp up into Sunday. And we're seeing some light snow as well into northern New Jersey, New York City, just a little bit. But heavier amounts all along I-90 from Boston straight across Massachusetts all the way across the state of New York. And this will improve not till Tuesday. So we're looking at the snow pretty bad into Sunday night. Notice the wintry mix. You're getting more rain into Queens and New York, and then Nassau and Suffolk. It's more of an icy event, and that holds true in the northern suburbs of New York City. But as you look towards I-95 northward into Sunday towards Boston, that's where we're going to see heavy snow. A lot of snow, just where we saw it so recently, over and over. Portland as well, looking at heavy snow. So if you're driving on I-95, you definitely will face changing conditions, especially when you cross the border and head into Connecticut. If you're flying, expect delays into much of the Northeast and New York City as well. Those delays will probably be worse as you head towards the Boston area on Monday, shoveling out from, once again, a lot of snow. Kelly?
All right, we are here to get you ready for our next winter storm, Marcus. Find out who's going to be dealing with days and days of snow, as much as 1.5 feet for some of you. And we know a lot of you are sick of the snow. We've had 8 named winter storms since New Year's, most of them impacting your weekends too. So how long is this snowstorm marathon going to last? We'll be right back.
Take ZzzQuil and sleep like the kids went to Nana's house for the whole weekend. ZzzQuil, the non-habit-forming sleep aid that helps you sleep easily and wake refreshed, because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Clear the way for confidence. Right now at Men's Warehouse, save up to 70% on select clearance suits, sport coats, sweaters, outerwear, shoes, dress shirts, and ties. Plus, buy one, get one free on almost everything else in the store. Confidence sold here, only at Men's Warehouse.
Each year, 17 billion toilet paper tubes are thrown away in the U.S. alone. That's enough to fill the Empire State Building. Twice. Now there's Scott Naturals tube-free bath tissue. Get the premium softness you need without the wasteful tube. Toss the tube for good with Scott Naturals tube-free.
With diabetes, it's tough to keep life balanced. I don't always have time to eat like I should. That's why I like Glucerna shakes. They have slowly digestible carbs to help minimize blood sugar spikes.
Glucerna, the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
Jack's heart attack didn't come with a warning. Today's doctor has him on a bare aspirin regimen to help reduce the risk of another one. If you've had a heart attack, be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that words really can hurt you?
What?
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's gotta be alone.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Atlantic Beach Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Everybody has their fantasy of paradise. What's yours? Discover your paradise.
What would you say to someone watching right now who is thinking about calling American Addiction Centers?
Don't hesitate. Pick up the phone.
If you think somebody needs help, they likely do.
I would tell them you're safe. You're safe. Call them.
Call now and let this place, American Addiction Centers, help.
It's a place of comfort, a place that helps you detox, a place that cares.
This place changed my life.
Isn't it time you changed your life? Let American Addiction Centers help. Call now.
On the shipping and even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
This weekend, Winter Storm Marcus brings yet another round of snow and cold to millions. Monday morning will be a mess. Get the weather story Monday on Wake Up with Al and AMHQ.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. High 71. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening with more clouds for overnight. Low 61. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy. High 78. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, good morning to you, Boston. You got enough snow on the ground there? Well, guess what? We're going to add a little more to those snow totals. Another winter storm. Marcus is headed right for Beantown. We've got temperatures in the mid-20s. You've already had a lot of snow for the season. Check it out on the right there. Look at that. For the season so far, we picked up well over 50 inches, and that is more than what you typically find in the entire season. So, yeah, we definitely have a lot of snow on the way, and, yeah, I'm really worried about the kids running out of snow days, and businesses are going to be affected on Monday as well. So let's talk about Winter Storm Marcus and its impacts not just for Boston but Hartford, where it's snowing right now, by the way. Back towards Poughkeepsie, down towards New York City, light snow is falling for the most part. And the good news about this system, it's not going to be a heavy-duty snowmaker all in one day kind of thing. It's just going to kind of be a long duration type of storm. Here's a look at the snow that's also coming down across the arrowhead of Minnesota. That is where the storm is actually coming from, tapping all that cold air. There's that energy showing up on the satellite, scooting through the Great Lakes, and unfortunately, we will have some wintry mix in play as well, as we've got that cold air to the north, warm, moist air kind of overrunning that stationary front, that stalled out frontal boundary draped across the region. So that's going to be a setup for, unfortunately, some freezing rain and sleet across even northern parts of Michigan. Can't rule out the freezing rain and sleet, and then eventually on over towards New York City as the system really gets going on Monday. Here's a look at today. We've got the snow coming down already in New York City, so it's going to be light for the most part, spreading on over towards New England. Boston, here comes your snow, the darker blue indicating the heavy snow at times, and then the system basically heads off the coast as we head towards Tuesday morning. But Monday morning is going to be a rough commute, and we're going to be digging out and say the snow blowers instead of the shovels with this one, Bonnie.
I think that's a good idea. And Kelly, a lot of people are saying they don't want another snowstorm, but as Reynolds Wolf tells us, there's already been 8 named winter storms since the start of the year.
Ah, winter. We all want to enjoy a little snow this time of year. But in the Northeast, winter is getting a little out of hand, and fast. First, there was Winter Storm Juno, which left behind a foot of snow in Long Island and Providence and up to 3 feet in Massachusetts.
In the city of Boston, Winter Storm Juno was a historic event and certainly was the forecast that the weather people said.
Plows cleared the roads, leaving behind mounds of snow that lined the streets alongside buried cars.
Where I live, it's a nightmare just getting out of my driveway.
Roughly 3 days later, with Juno's snow mounds still piled high, Winter Storm Carrie brought even more snow to the Northeast and double digits of snowfall into Maine.
What's happening is that we get so much and it's cold. It's not melting.
Kind of like piling it up and hoping it didn't fall back down.
You can start the Twinner. Hashtag 6 more weeks of winter.
On February 2nd, how fitting, Groundhog Day, it happens all over again. Another monstrous snowstorm moves across the country, bringing one of the largest snowstorms to hit Chicago and Detroit, and adding insult to injury in the Northeast, including Boston.
All of a sudden, it seems like blizzard after blizzard.
The jet stream is set up to track these storms, kind of the highway for surface weather systems, right down across the Great Lakes and into New England. As a result of that, we've got storm after storm waiting in the wings in Canada, ready to track across New England.
The relentless wave of storms is taking its toll on people in the Northeast, and it isn't over yet.
Mother Nature is likely going to turn on the snow spigot sometime on Saturday, and she's not going to turn it off until Tuesday morning.
It's only so high you can put the mounds. It's just running out of space.
Boston alone has already exceeded their average seasonal snowfall, and it's only February. I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf, the Weather Channel.
We're keeping the snow there in today's Weather and Play.
That's right. The Alpine World Championships continue this weekend after being delayed by too much snow. And the men's Super G World Championship in Colorado was marred by a crash that took down ski superstar Bode Miller. And by the way, we wish our best to him and his recovery. But here is a look at our forecast featuring snow as we head towards the middle of the week, Bonnie.
And milder temperatures this weekend.
We'll be right back with more coverage of Winter Storm Marcus. Stay right there.
Weather and Play brought to you by Audi, proud sponsor of the U.S. ski team.
Grandpa Bode, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Hey neighbor, LED bulbs save hundreds of dollars on your energy bill and can last for over 20 years. And right now, get $2 instant savings on a variety of Fight dimmable bulbs at your neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Covaquin's number 5, the sleepless night. Sorry. Robitussin DM Max Night Times dual action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the consequences.
Who wants pizza rolls? This game day fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Discover card.
Hey,
Hey, so I'm looking at my bill and my FICO credit score is on here.
We give you your FICO score each month for free.
Awesome sauce.
Wow. The only person I know that says that is Lisa.
Julie?
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Get the IT card and see your FICO credit score.
While we may never know exactly what the weather has in store, one thing we do know is how to be ready for it. Rain-X Original Treatment repels rain, sleet, and snow. Rain-X wiper blades clear the windshield without streaking. Together, they give you the confidence to weather any kind of weather. Rain-X, outsmart the elements.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Watch Jim Cantore, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, weekday mornings at 7.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. High 71. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening with more clouds for overnight. Low 61. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy. High 78. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This weekend, Winter Storm Marcus brings yet another round of snow and cold to millions. Monday morning will be a mess. Get the weather story Monday on Wake Up with Al and AMHQ.
Here we go again. Another winter storm for the Northeast after 3 winter storms in 3 weeks.
Snowstorms in just 2 weeks and another big one on the way. Welcome back to Weather Center Live. I'm Bonnie Schneider.
And I'm Kelly Cass. Thanks for joining us this weekend. Winter Storm Marcus shaping up to be a long-duration snow event. Right now, nearly 20 million people from the Great Lakes to Maine are under alerts. We've got those winter storm watches in effect, showing up in the blue across much of upstate New York, not quite New York City, and even northeastern Pennsylvania. That means we're watching out for the potential of several inches. In fact, some of you will be digging out from more than a foot of snow in upstate New York and the Adirondacks over toward the Berkshires. Yeah, great news for the ski resorts, though.
And in Syracuse, New York, we're a city that's used to getting snow, but they've already seen a lot of it. 8 inches to 12 inches, so almost a foot of snow is possible with Marcus. I mean, you've already had over 62 inches of snow this whole season. Believe it or not, that's actually below average, but still, it's going to be a lot of snow.
I think a lot of places are making up for lost time with these storms that have really hit us all of a sudden. You know, New England has been slammed with snow, and it looks like it's going to continue into the weekend and beyond.
And Marcus will be the 4th winter storm to hit Boston in just the last 2 weeks. Now, Mike Seidel, he is live there now in downtown Boston. Mike, it looks like it's cold there, but traffic's moving just fine so far.
Yeah, no problems out here. It's just beginning to snow a little bit. You probably cannot see this on camera, just little specks of flakes coming down here at the South Station where Amtrak and the MBNT trains come in. They're pretty much running on time, but we do have some issues because they're trying to dig out and clear out some of these tracks. Right now, MBTA is shutting down the stations between Orange, the Oak Grove and Wellington stations. That's the orange line because of snow removal. Now, these are big diesel-powered engines. You'll hear a lot of noise if you're out in those neighborhoods. You can see this, what they're doing now. It just comes down the track and takes care of the snow. They're also doing that on the red line. That's the stations between JFK and UMass over to the Ashmont station today. And tomorrow, they're going to be doing that on the JFK UMass stop all the way to Braintree. So if you're in those areas, And today on the Orange Line, what they're doing is they've got buses getting you from point A to point B to point C, trying to catch up after all that snow from Juneau and then from Linus. Our forecast here, a few flakes falling now, snow falling from tonight through Tuesday morning early. I just looked at the new American model and still robust with at least a foot of snow here in Boston. Again, it's not going to all come in 8 to 12 hours. It'll be spread out. That'll make it easier to plow and keep ahead of it on the Mass Pike and on the streets downtown. But again, it's a lot of snow on top of too much already. At least that's what some folks are telling us. Keith Carson never complains about a lot of snow, especially when you got the long straw and get to spend the morning up at LL Bean in Freeport and get all that swag.
Yeah, I know. People kept texting me, hey, can you get me a jacket with the Weather Channel on? I'm like, they're not exactly, just throwing this stuff at me here, but we did get some boots out of it. And I'm on a giant boot, which has defrosted finally after being very, very cold this morning. Mike brought up a good point, which is, I think the biggest story with this storm is not just the amount of snowfall, it's the idea of where you're going to put it. Now, Boston, it makes sense. It's a congested city to begin with. But even in Freeport, which is, it's a town to the north of Portland, there's still no place to put it. You look at some of these snowdrifts here, and to gauge it, I'm about 5'10", or with big hair, I'm 5'11". Snowbank's already up here. So this is from the past 2 storms. So the question now is, when you pile more on top of it, where exactly are you going to be putting it? So it's not just a congested city problem. We're going to walk over here as well. Same problem over here. They've plowed the snow right up against the windows, and there's just nowhere else to get rid of it. So when we look at the storm, we're thinking about another 15 or so inches of snow in the Portland area and to the north here in Freeport. Something we're going to have to watch with this storm is the fluff factor. It's going to be really cold. Temperatures in the teens and then single digits overnight. So you use a 10-to-1 ratio liquid to snow typically. But if it gets really cold like this, now you could be pushing it to 15-to-1 or up to 20-to-1, and then you could end up with even more snow. So Kelly, fluffy or not, we don't need another 15 inches here, but like it or not, that's where it's coming, and that's why we had the snowshoes.
And Keith, you look so tiny compared to the snow piles, and especially that big boot behind you.
Yes, which actually brings up a conversation I was having with some of the girls here, that when I worked in local, I had a girl come up to me in a bar and say, I have a bet that you're 5'5". Can you stand up? And luckily she lost the bet. But yeah, I mean, dwarfed compared to this snow and everything, for sure.
She would have been right if she was challenging me, because that's exactly my height. Keith Carson, all right, we'll talk to you again later on. And it's so nice to see the sunshine on your face for now, because the snow, it's a coming. Winter Storm Marcus making its presence felt across the Great Lakes and eventually on into the Northeast as well. So yeah, what are we going to do with all that snow? Boston, we've been digging out for the past few weeks. I know it was a slow start to the season, but boy, you've ramped it up. This is our average line right here, typically seeing about, between 20 and 30 inches in an entire season. But look what happened recently. We really spiked for this season. We're well up over 50 inches, and just 17 of those inches came in the month of February, and we're only halfway through. Here's the light snow that's coming down right now from Albany down towards the Litchfield Hills in northwestern Connecticut. New York City seeing a little bit of light snow as well. We got that snow also coming down from Canada into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. This is where our storm system is originating. You can see it here on the water vapor imagery. Plenty of moisture. Got a couple things at play, actually. We've got the jet stream. We've also got a stationary front draped across the region too, and unfortunately an overrunning situation where we could have some icy buildup in parts of Michigan. We're going to have to watch that freezing line very carefully for New York City as well, especially as we head towards Monday morning. There's your snowy Sunday from Boston to Albany. This is all rain for you guys in Pittsburgh and Johnstown. The pink indicating more of a wintry mix. Here we go into Sunday night. Kids should do their homework anyway, just in case. But yeah, there could definitely be more delays and cancellations as we head back towards Monday. Bonnie?
Thanks, Kelly. Well, rescue teams have been going door to door to help people trapped by flooding. Nearly 7 inches of rain fell on the east side of the Olympic Mountains. When millions can expect a break, we'll let you know, plus Marcus.
I have the flu with a runny nose. Better take something.
Theraflu Severe Cold won't treat your runny nose.
Really?
Alka-Seltzer Severe Cold and Flu relieves your worst flu symptoms plus runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Mommy!
Brought to you by Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough.
if it's your last one. Always share the softness of Kleenex tissues. And share your Kleenex Care story at KleenexCare.com.
Hi, this is Jennifer. I will be out of the office until Monday and won't be checking voicemail during this time. I'll reply just as soon as I get back to work.
Sail with Princess Cruises, the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Save up to $500 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
Why do I take Metamucil every day? Because it helps me skip the bad stuff. I'm good. That's what I like to call the Meta Effect.
4-in-1 Multi-Health Metamucil is clinically proven to help you feel less hungry between meals. Experience the Meta Effect with our Multi-Health Wellness line.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
There's a myth out there that you can't do it all, that you can't be everything to everyone. Well, consider that myth shattered. This is the full line of Ram ProMaster vans and the all-new Ram ProMaster City, built to help you run the town from every direction.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. High 71. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening with more clouds for overnight. Low 61. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy. High 78. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We have already done reverse 911s, advised to over 1,000 people that this water is coming.
Widespread flooding taking a toll on the Pacific Northwest. Heavy rain, gusty winds, and flooding. It's all going to be a concern as we go into the weekend. A new strong storm system is dumping rain all along the West Coast. Flood alerts from California to Washington. The rain will soak this region for several days. And with all the rain comes problems like flooding and mudslides. NBC's Miguel Almaguer has the latest from the Red Bluff.
The winter wallop pounding the west is expected to continue over the next 24 to 48 hours. It's all being pushed by the so-called Pineapple Express, an atmospheric river that could drop up to 10 to 14 inches of rain in Northern California, as well as up to 14 inches of rain outside of Seattle. Let's begin in Seattle, where more than a handful of homes are under 4 feet of water today. That region's still getting pounded later on this afternoon. They're also concerned about mudslides here back north in Northern California. Hundreds of thousands lost power. For the most part, that has been restored, but this weather maker is going to push back in again later on today. This will help California's drought situation, but it won't alleviate it. We're not going to get much snow from the storm system, so the snowpack here won't be replenished. Still, many here bracing for another round of wet weather that will last into Monday. Now back to you.
Well, floodwaters are driving people from their homes west of Seattle, Washington. Heavy rains pushed across the Dacabos River all along the banks. Emergency workers rushed to save 3 people stranded by high water in a truck. Mud and water were just blocking the roads. Thankfully, there were no reports of injuries, but emergency officials say more mudslides are possible as more rain moves in. It's not surprising when we look how stormy things have been in the west, and we've been tracking rain throughout the Seattle area all morning long, and it's still coming in. It's just a steady flow of moisture from Olympia to Seattle. And then as we head to California, we're also looking at the chance for rain. You'll see into Oregon and then across the border. Not so much just yet. That rain is coming to Sacramento and San Francisco tomorrow and into Monday. You can see some rain coming into areas north of LA. But here's the pattern. You can see our jet stream, and it's definitely going to bring about a lot of moisture from the Pacific. As we've seen, this will just pick up Sunday and Monday, so it goes into the early part of next week. As the storm system moves in, we'll look for moisture to be pulled inland. It's beneficial across California, but in the extreme northwest, where we have that risk for mudslides, unfortunately not so much. And this could really tally up in terms of how much rain we're likely to see with this system. Starting off today, heading on into tomorrow, we'll see rain and mountain snow across the west and some of the higher elevations. Heavy rain, though, for Sunday. Coastal areas of Oregon, watch out for strong winds. We actually have wind advisories in place for that. And then Monday, it'll be a wet start to your work week in the northwest as well as Northern California. Kelly?
And Bonnie, we're going to be tracking all these systems working their way across the country the next 7 days. And look at that wintry shot. New York City from the top of the rock. You can see the visibility not so great as light snow is falling over Manhattan right now. We've got 30 degrees. And this is really just the precursor to our winter storm event, because unfortunately, we're not just going to get snow out of Marcus. We're going to get some freezing rain and ice out of this as well. So that's the unfortunate thing. But the good news is we're going to get some nice snow for the ski resorts across the Northeast. There's your snow. It's already affecting us in New York City, Hartford. It's been snowing this morning as well. That snow is eventually going to spread into Boston with your high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. It's like springtime, though, all across the South. 61 degrees in Atlanta, and got to enjoy that. 70 in Dallas, and there's your wet weather across the West Coast from Seattle to San Diego, and it looks like that wet weather will continue into the second half of your weekend as well. Otherwise, it's almost like spring has sprung. Dallas, you're well above average with that 74 degrees. 64, that's going to feel pretty nice in Atlanta as well, but it's the snow to the north that's going to cause some travel issues, especially along the New York State Thruway, the Mass Pike, I-95. There could be some freezing rain tomorrow night into Monday morning. So from New Haven right on down towards New York City, also the Southern State Parkway, watch out, a slow go, and there could be some cancellations as a result of this next winter storm. Not like we need that. There's your wintry snow rain mix setting up all the way down toward eastern Kentucky. That gets out of here for Tuesday, though. We're looking at mid-50s in Atlanta. Next system scooting across the northern tier of the country, showing snow for Saginaw. Wet weather moving, though, across the southern plains, and that will continue to make progress on Thursday. Stay with us. We'll have much more in our winter weather update on our latest storm, Winter Storm Marcus.
Clear the way for confidence. Right now at Men's Warehouse, save up to 70% on select clearance suits, sport coats, sweaters, outerwear, shoes, dress shirts, and ties. Plus, buy one, get one free on almost everything else in the store. Confidence sold here, only at Men's Warehouse.
Dave, I'm sorry to interrupt. I gotta take a sick day tomorrow.
Dads don't take sick days. Dads take NyQuil. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine.
There's a place for vacationers who seek more than just a little time off. The ones who choose to go big or stay home. Come with me now. Where every amazing, despicable, wizarding adventure reveals moments that are truly epic. This place is made for those who do more than just vacation. Go with me now. It's made for those who vacation like they mean it. Universal Orlando Resort.
Why do we do it? Why do we spend every waking moment thinking about people? Why are we so committed to keeping you connected? Why combine performance with a conscience? Why innovate for a future without accidents? Why do any of it? Why do all of it? Because if it matters to you, it's everything to us. The XC60 crossover from Volvo. Lease the well-equipped Volvo XC60 today. Visit your local Volvo showroom for details.
So you're saying you're going to give me my credit score